Most businesses don't die because the founder gave up. They die because the founder never stopped to ask one question. Not, is this a good idea? Not, can I build this? But this one, does anyone actually want to pay for it? That's the idea trap, and it kills more businesses before they launch than competition, funding, or timing ever will. Here's how it plays out, almost every time. Someone has an idea. They get excited. They tell their friends. Their friends say it sounds great. They spend 3 months building the product, designing the logo, setting up the website. They launch, and nothing happens. Not because the idea was bad, but because sounds great from a friend is not the same thing as a stranger pulling out their wallet. There's a famous story about this. In 2010, a startup called Color raised $41 million before launching a single product. The idea was a photo sharing app that used your location to connect you with photos taken nearby. Investors loved it. The team was world-class. The tech was real. When it launched, nobody used it. The app was shut down 20 months later. $41 million. Gone. Not because the team was incompetent, because nobody validated whether real people actually wanted the product before building it. If you're watching this video, you probably know someone who's making the same mistake right now. If you want others struggling to learn and solve their problem, please subscribe and like. And if you have any advice, please leave a comment. Together, we are stronger. This is the idea trap in its purest form. You fall in love with the idea. You imagine the business it could become. You start building the version in your head, the logo, the name, the Instagram page, the pitch deck. And somewhere in all of that building, you skip the only step that actually matters. Talking to the people who would pay for it. Not your friends, not your family. Not people who know you and want to be supportive. Strangers. Real potential customers. People who have nothing to gain from being nice to you. Here's the framework that fixes this. It's called the 3-question validation test, and you can run it before you spend a single euro on your business. Question 1, does the problem exist? Find 10 people who fit your target customer, not friends, strangers. Online forums, LinkedIn, local groups, wherever your customer actually lives. Ask them one question. Do you experience this problem? If fewer than 7 out of 10 say yes, the problem isn't painful enough to build a business around. Stop here. Question 2, are they already trying to solve it? This is the one most founders skip. If your potential customer has the problem, but isn't already trying to fix it in some way, with a workaround, a competitor's product, a manual process, then the problem isn't urgent enough. Urgency is what turns a problem into a purchase. Ask them, what do you currently do about this? If the answer is nothing, that's a red flag, not an opportunity. Question 3, will they pay for a better solution? Not would you be interested, not would you try it. Would you pay for it? Specifically, how much? This is the only question that tells you whether you have a business or just a feature that belongs inside someone else's product. If you get a clear yes on all 3, you don't just have an idea, you have a validated business. Here's what this looks like in practice. Before Airbnb was Airbnb, the founders didn't build a platform. They rented out air mattresses in their own apartment to strangers attending a design conference in San Francisco because all the hotels were full. They ran the smallest possible version of their idea with real people and real money before writing a single line of code. That's validation. Not a survey, not a focus group. An actual transaction with an actual customer. You don't need a product to validate a business. You need a problem, a customer, and a willingness to find out if they'll pay before you build anything. So, here's your action for today. Write down the one problem your business solves. Then find 5 people, not friends, not family, who match your ideal customer. Message them. Tell them you're exploring an idea and you'd love 10 minutes of their time. Ask them the 3 questions. You don't need a pitch. You don't need a product. You need information. The founders who skip this step spend 6 months building something nobody wants. The founders who do this step spend 2 weeks finding out exactly what to build and for whom. That's the difference between the idea trap and a real business.